Welcome, everyone. Today we have something good for you. Our content today is going to be called Parties of a Transaction. What do you think that is, Jeanette? Parties of a Transaction. Jeanette's going to explain what I mean.
Well, there are different parties of the transaction. You have multiple participating members to get a transaction from beginning to end. Which one would you like to discuss today?
Well, let's talk about the transaction because we're wanting to educate you guys. So if this seems a little elementary, we're sorry. We'll get to the more complicated things, but we want to make sure you know what we're talking about it. So a real estate transaction is any time property changes hands. So from seller to purchaser.
Yep. From beginning to end.
Everything that happens from the moment you make an offer on a property to the moment you sign the papers and it's recorded in the courthouse under your name. So all the people that are involved from start to finish are parties of a transaction.
That's correct. Correct.
Yeah.
So you start off with the seller selling their house and the listing agent. And then the other end of it, you have the buyer and the buyer's agent.
Yeah, so what we do is, as agents, like we can be buyers or sellers agents, depending on who you are, whoever you are. If you're looking to sell a home or buy a home, you can come to us and we can represent either side of that or both at the same time.
Correct.
If you want us to.
Correct.
But oftentimes when we write a contract, we write it, it's contingent on an inspector. Why do we do that? Because we want you to make sure you're getting a good home. So what would that look like to get an inspector involved?
So when you are going to get an inspection for the house, even if a house is being sold as is, most of the time you have a right to get the inspection. It might just be for your information only, but we always recommend a home inspection, and that doesn't just include the home. And it usually is more than just the home inspector. We usually have a different man for the septic inspection, if that's needed. Also for the termite and well. Mm-hmm. So there's different inspections that go on with that, and it's very valuable information.
It is. It keeps you from buying a lemon, is what it does.
Yeah. Or if you are buying it, you at least know you're buying a lemon.
Exactly. So we would, if we were your agent, you were the buyer, and you said you wanted a home inspection, we would say, hey, do you have any best friends? Is your uncle a home inspector? And if you say no, then we'll recommend some home inspectors to you, and then we'll call once you've decided, and we'll make the appointment. And another good question that we get a lot with first-time home buyers is, do I need to be at the home inspection? And we always tell them you don't have to be, but we certainly allow you to be, and we recommend it so that you can have a good handle. They can have a good handle on what's going on in their own home.
Sure, and a lot of people just can't take a day off to go to a home inspection. So we try to use home inspectors that are very gracious at answering questions and just making you feel secure in case you don't know something that's in the home inspection, if you don't understand it, or if you're not sure if it's really a serious situation.
Drum roll, please. What's the cost for an inspection?
Oh, it's usually by square footage.
Okay.
But it usually ranges between $350 to $500.
Okay. Awesome. And sometimes that it will be the size of your house, like she said, the square footage, or if you have a basement, we will get that tested for radon, which we'll cover radon in another segment.
And that's an extra $100.
Yeah. But we're obviously not the ones charging that. That's your home inspection professionals. So a lot of people ask us, do we need to get a home inspection? And we oftentimes tell them yes. Well, I always tell them to get a home inspection, but they can do what they want. Why do we do that?
Why do we get a home inspection?
Yeah.
Oh, because knowledge is power. You just need to know. There are things that you need to know. I mean, there were a few instances right after the pandemic, that there was such a low inventory and so many people going after the same houses. There was a stage where in order to get the home, you had to pretty much forego anything, all of your rights as a buyer, pretty much is what it felt like. But that was the only way to get a home. Things are finally settling back down. Things are stabilizing, and even though we always encourage people to get a home inspection, it just wasn't feasible back then. But now we're back into it, thank goodness, because it's scary. It's really scary to buy something when you just don't know if the floor is about to fall in through the basement.
And you think about it, a home will be probably your biggest investment the biggest investment you ever make. So why would you not have a professional come and say, hey, this is a sound home, everything looks good, there may be issues, but there aren't any big issues, the foundation's not broken, you know, the roof isn't caving in, that kind of a thing. It's just peace of mind. Peace of mind. Inspections, home inspections bring about a lot of peace of mind.
Yeah, always recommended. So there you have it. I hope that covers all of your questions about home inspectors. If not, please let us know in the comments.
Absolutely. We would absolutely love to answer your questions. So if you've had an inspection go wrong, or maybe you bought a house and didn't get an inspection and you wish you would have, let us know. We would love to have some dialogue here and answer any questions you have. So thank you so much for watching. And keep an eye out for our next segment. We're not going to tell you what it is. It's a secret. But we'll have another Parties of the Transaction episode out coming soon.
See you next time.
Bye. Hey guys, if you like that video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hope to see you in the next video.